Let's talk about how it all fits together. I have a diagram for you, which looks like this. We've got the platform up here. We've got web, iPhone, iPad, Mac. So the first app I made is called Shoot. That lets you use your iPhone or iPad as a webcam. That has loads of different ways you can connect. You can connect over HDMI. You can connect over AirPlay. You can connect over like USB. You can connect over NDI. It also has a built-in telestrator, so you can draw on top of your video feed within Shoot. That's the app that's been around for a while. The next thing that you'll want to know about is what I'm calling Shoot Studio. So this is a browser-based remote control interface for Shoot's camera. So you can take full control over the manual settings, so the ISO, the shutter speed. You can set the torch brightness, you can set the focus, and all those kinds of different things. Zoom in, zoom out. You can even sort of have animations, and you can trigger those from other places. And then at this point, you see I'm introducing a convention, which is control signals are going to be in pink and video signals are going to be in green on this diagram. So the next thing, Video Pencil, is an iPad app that lets you draw on video. So either a live video feed, or you can actually bring in videos and draw on top of those, or bring in images. And it's got a really nice Apple Pencil-based drawing system. And it has things like live titles, so you can just add titles and you can select them and move things around. And it's just quite a powerful drawing tool. It can be connected over NDI in various ways, but is happiest on a Mac using Video Pencil Camera, which is a free app available from the Mac App Store, which will just see Video Pencil. It will automatically connect to it. It will establish a two-way video feed, so you can see what you're drawing on. You can select which camera on your Mac you want to draw on, and there are some control signals going on there. So Video Pencil Camera can tell the iPad to do things. And then that gives you the video feed that you need to connect to Zoom, FaceTime, Teams, things like that. And it's a nice modern virtual camera extension, which uses the latest Apple technology to run in user space. It's not a kernel extension, so it's well behaved, which means it works not only in Zoom and Teams and OBS, but it also works in FaceTime and QuickTime Player and things like that, because I'm being a good citizen of Apple. And now with the latest version of Shoot, the same type of connection that it creates to Video Pencil is now being established from Shoot as well. So that's added to the list of NDI, HDMI, AirPlay, all the different ways you can connect Shoot. Now, the easiest way to use Shoot on a Mac is just start it on your phone and then select it from the drop-down menu in Video Pencil Camera. It started off as a way to easily connect to Video Pencil, but it's sort of feeling a bit more like my Mac Squares TV hub app now. It does feel like it's going to end up being a hub of a lot of things. Of course, this video signal is HEVC encoded using minimum data, and it's maximizing the quality, and it's also sending transparency over that connection as well. This is fine for mortals who just want to connect straight to Zoom, but if you are used to using Mimo Live, Ecamm Live, OBS, then I've got you covered too. And actually, that's sort of where the origins of this software came from. I started on OBS. I've been using other things over time. You can get an NDI feed into Ecamm Live and into Mimo Live, and will allow you to integrate nicely, and it knows about those apps and it will smartly reconfigure itself to make it work. You can, of course, directly use NDI between these apps as well, but I like it if you come through Video Pencil Camera for the bandwidth improvements and also for the control signal that I'm able to add in. Video Pencil Camera will take a virtual webcam input and it will send back an NDI transparent layer that you can use as you see fit. The next app I have is called BeatSheet. This is a Mac app, again. Something I should mention, like this iPhone, iPad, so Shoot runs on iPhone or iPad. Video Pencil runs on iPad and Mac, so you actually don't need to run it on an iPad if you have an ATEM or a Wacom tablet or something. You can actually run that on Apple Silicon directly, and it will give you a pretty good experience. The things that need transparency it won't give you because it's doing Luma keys. So again, it is nice if you can use Video Pencil Camera. BeatSheet is conceived as a control mechanism for Ecamm Live, Mimo Live, OBS, so a way of just having a sequence of cards that you're going to step through linearly as you talk, which is exactly what I'm doing now to tell you about this stuff. And it can send control signals to the other app. So if you need to share your desktop, it can automatically switch to the scene where you have your desktop shared. If you want to sort of do anything that you might want to configure in your different apps, you might have different layouts, you might want to show something on a connected device, you might want to show different overlays, picture in picture. You can set all those up in your powerful software, and then you can just have BeatSheets trigger the right scene. But what BeatSheet also does is it gives you a video signal over NDI. Simple titles, simple graphics can be just dragged into BeatSheet so that you can bring those up. So when you see a title in one of my things, I haven't created a scene and put a text label in that scene and end up with a huge list of scenes with different text in them, or figured out how to programmatically select the text in a scene. It's in BeatSheet. I just can change the title on the fly, and that's really easy to do. And I just get an NDI layer. That layer can be integrated into Mimo Live or these other apps, but you can control it with your Stream Deck. I'm using a foot pedal to step forwards and back, but it will also, if Video Pencil Camera sees it, if you're sending anything from BeatSheet, I'll compose that as well. Whereas this, you're going to be very specific about what you want. This is going to sort of give you something that's going to work 90% of the time. Something as well, this lets you share your desktop as well and zoom in and do some fancy things as well. But also you get this control signal. So BeatSheet can also select a different camera in Video Pencil Camera, but it doesn't stop there. BeatSheet can also go through this signal chain and make changes happen in Video Pencil. So when I step through a scene, I'll switch to a different scene in my streaming software. It will switch to a different camera if I need that, and it will also load up the right media on my iPad so that it's ready to go. And then Delay Calculator sits on the website. It's just a browser-based thing. I mean, there's some other stuff that's a bit more esoteric, like EasyVJ is some software that lets you do music streams, but that's never quite taken off. But this is the ecosystem of apps. So we've got Shoot, Video Pencil Camera. This gives you stuff you can connect to Zoom Teams, but if you want to get advanced, you can drive your Zoom Teams this way. You've got all this control flow connecting. BeatSheet can also trigger something in here as well. Shoot Studio, it could trigger a scene. Basically, the way I see it is like BeatSheet is sort of your show planning. So you don't have to remember which video to load for this particular piece of the presentation. And I can come back to it at a later date, or I can do it like 5 times and it's going to give me a teleprompter, which I can see what's going on. So that is the diagram. I'll just package up into a little thing and share it somewhere.